Trees,
And this is Shonda.
and we thought we'd talk today about what real food and real drinks is about, just to reiterate or refresh our memory for viewers and ourselves, what we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to accomplish and why we felt led to start Real Food and Real Drinks podcasts and community.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Shonda, you fill everyone in?
Okay. Well, I mean, how far back do we go? Because, I started Real Food and Drinks because I was having a health challenge and I know I needed to feel better. And really, God just impressed on my mind, hey, you need to eat real food. I just took an
Mhm.
inventory of what I was eating. And I don't know if I saw a the different resources that I try to share today. I'm not sure, they're very different than what I originally found. And actually they were not plant-based, but what they were, the movement was to eat real food.
Mm.
So that's where I got the idea from, and I saw that people were better. And I recalled my juicing guy that I used to follow. He was, that's real food that he's juicing, and stuff. So I just started decided I need to eat real food. And upon doing that, it started, my health improved. So that has always been my basis, no matter what my diet has been, is to eat more real food and not so much, you know, anything else. So that's where it
Wow.
all started.
Okay, well that sounds good, and I'm similar but not exactly the same in that I didn't really have a per se issue or something motivating me from a health standpoint that I knew of, other than in college. I realized that I maybe shouldn't continue to eat the junk food at the rate I used to. And you always hear about the freshman 15 or the gaining weight when you're a freshman. And I don't think, I never really had a weight problem, but I do realize that it was catching up with me eating maybe 2 to 3 fast food meals a day. Maybe because I was busy, what have you, but it wasn't good. It wasn't ideal. And I went to a health fair, I remember, in college, and I met a gentleman who is a raw foodist, actually owns a restaurant or a cafe here in Houston. And he explained about the detoxification process and how it had saved him moving towards a raw food, plant-based diet when he had suffered from different things. And so, long story short, over the years, I started seeing the benefits of elimination of certain foods. And then I met you and I saw, wow, there's a lot of benefits to eating real food and real drinks. And then lastly, reflecting on that's how our grandparents and even as children, we seldom ate out as a family. My parents, it was like a treat to eat out.
Right.
So I just became more and more convinced that real food and drinks are the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember having that conversation with my grandmother. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to eat how you ate when you were younger. She was no longer eating that way.
Oh,
But I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get back. She goes, oh, really? Why? You think a difference, the way we eat makes a difference in the way, our health? And I was like, surely. So she had forgotten even,
okay.
so that's something to consider. We just kind of drift on, even if we started eating real food, we may just drift out of it and not even realize it. But we are here to make sure that everyone takes note of the benefits of real food and what it does for you, that you can feel better. I mean, unless you're doing it 100% right now, there's always room for improvement,
Mm,
right? And you're going to feel some benefit there, whether it's, you know,
sure.
maybe better sleep, less headaches, less fatigue, I mean, just, for me, better digestion,
Mm,
there's always some benefit to make. So that's why we want to encourage everyone to stick to it, if they've
wow.
started the process.
to piggyback off what you said, Shonda, we all have room for improvement. And although I didn't know of any per se health issues, I do know recently, even getting blood work, often we get blood work once a year, and sometimes we might be low in maybe vitamin D or iron and things like that. And I did realize this time some things like iron, for example, I was not low in where I have been in the past, and I had not been taking an iron supplement,
Mm-hmm.
but looking back at the foods I eat now, because although I'm not 100% plant-based, I eat way more
Mm-hmm.
plant-based foods and very little meat. But a lot of those vegetables have iron in them.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of the
Right.
other foods that I eat a lot of have iron in them.
Right.
So by just doing that, I see not only the benefits, but I see it's achievable, because what you just touched on is one of the main reasons why we felt led to just build a community, because it can feel lonely, it can feel isolated, or it can feel overwhelming to make some new changes, to
Mm-hmm.
make new habits or better habits. So we do want to encourage everyone that we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not do this overnight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I was just listening to a podcast earlier and they talk about some people do need to do like a cannonball style and just jump right into it. And and they were saying just jump right into it, or maybe give it 2 weeks. You can
Mm,
commit to anything for 2 weeks just so you will know if it works for you or not. So that's something to consider. And what else? When we were talking about community, I think we want to build even more of a community, one that we can really interact with our
mm,
viewers, with you.
yeah.
And so we've been thinking of some things to do, like Saturday morning lives, right? You're going to join me, right?
You have to fill me in on that. Okay.
Yeah. So, well, these are some ideas I've had: Saturday morning lives, and maybe some Zoom sessions. Just once a month, we could just Zoom and just,
Great idea. A great idea, because as you were speaking, I was thinking about the whole idea that just trying something for 2 to 3 weeks, because they say, I think generally speaking, if you do something for 3 weeks, it's a way to build a new habit. And even my dad, he was sharing with me, we had talked about him maybe doing dairy free, and
Mhm.
he wasn't sure. He likes, not a lot of dairy, but the milk and the cheese and so forth. But he has begun to do no dairy, and he has found some substitutes, but he feels that he is not as what's the word? I think he's been prone to allergy-like symptoms or runny nose. What, I don't remember all the details, but the fact that he's seeing any benefits is awesome.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's never too late to start,
Right.
and you can change habits,
Hmm.
whether it's the cannibal style or the more gradual. But we just have to be encouraged that we can make better habits.
Yeah, we do. And that was one thing that I benefited from when I stopped the dairy was I no longer had seasonal allergies. So that was
Mm.
really good. So yeah, we need to decide when we're going to kick this off. So if you're out there watching and you want to join us, like for maybe a 2 weeks, we'll have some Zoom meetings and just talk about it and help you with making the changes and further more ideas. I'm all up for it. How about you, Patrice?
I am too, and recipes. You have quite a few on the website, but I know we want to hear from the community at large. If anyone has some great recipes,
Yeah.
hey, we'd like to
We,
hear about them. Share, share, share. We're all about sharing, and we do. You know what? This is a good time to just. We want to thank everyone who has listened to us ever, and who has realized that they can tune in. They have been tuning in. We just want to thank you, because that's really encouraging. And we want you to be encouraged to tell your friends, relatives, so we can just build some momentum to this.
right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. We thank you all for watching and we hope that we are being a benefit, giving you things that are beneficial. And let's just do this together, right? And this is a good season, a good time. We're Well, by the time this podcast comes out, we will be a day before Thanksgiving. So we just want to let you know we are grateful for you, and we look forward to continuing to serve you and be a community.
Ditto for me. Ditto for me. And since you mentioned the word grateful, Shonda, I do wanted to share. I did want to share that just the act of being grateful has been another benefit to me. And actually, I even downloaded an app a while back. It sounds kind of goofy, but there are gratefulness apps, and it's just a way to remind you daily to be intentional about maybe listing or putting a picture of something you're grateful for. But there are health benefits too to being grateful, coupled with eating better. Being grateful is another way to increase our quality of life, you know? So,
Yeah, I would say it's right up there. Like, they're like here and here, right? And I mean, even grateful may be a little bit above, because it works on your whole body chemistry, and
that's a good
the
point.
way you think and things. So yeah, I think that for sure. So we'll definitely put some of those links to those apps that you like out there,
Mm,
and yeah, a grateful heart is a good thing. Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
What
And a
is
matter of fact, to all those listening out there, if you hear this video, please make sure you drop us a comment about things you might be grateful for. So we'd love to hear from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We look forward to hearing that. We'll make sure to put ours there in the show notes and to get us started. And we'd like to hear that. Maybe we can make a grateful board on the website
Oh,
this Thanksgiving week or something like that.
that's a good idea.
Mhm. Yeah. And so, yeah, and we'll be grateful for Thanksgiving and food. And it's a good week. It's going to be a good week. Uh, we can, keep it real
Yes.
while we're eating and visiting a bit with family. And
Yes, yes. And that's a good reminder with Thanksgiving coming up. And I know today's Tuesday, so we only have, another day, and then Thursday is Thanksgiving. But on one of our podcasts or two, talk about things like sugar. And also we have one where we share what we're planning for our holiday, so that you guys can take a look at that too if you need some last minute ideas.
right,
Last minute
yeah.
ideas.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll put links to a couple of previous podcasts out there for you too. So I guess that's about it for today. We just wanted to make it short, sweet, and say hi and thank you. And we'll catch you next week on some topic, but it'll be a great one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So everyone, thank you. And we want to say happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Exactly. Thank you.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed watching today's video of our podcast. A link to the show notes can be found below this video. Also, please subscribe so you won't miss any future videos. And be sure to comment below and let us know what you think about this format. Until next time, let's just be real.